Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to work solely in the kitchen. If you watched my last video, if you made it all the way to the end, which I don't blame you if you didn't, because I talked a lot in that last video. That's something I don't normally do. Don't normally do a whole lot of talking. But the last video that I posted was the first video in quite some time, and there was a lot to catch you guys up on, so there was a lot of talking going on. But if you made it to the end of that video, I mentioned that I was going to take my Thursday videos and I was going to use them as a day to post like my deep cleaning stuff. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Danielle, and I have what's called dysautonomia. You might have heard it called, the particular one that I have is called POTS, but I also have some other issues that doctors are looking into, trying to figure out exactly what's going on with me. But I recently made the decision to quit my job and stay home. My husband went back to work full-time. We are in a situation where we cannot both work full-time. And I was working full-time to try to work towards public service loan forgiveness for my student loans, but I got to a point where I just couldn't do it anymore. And so my husband and I made the decision that he would be the one to go back to work full-time. So he went and got a job as a community paramedic while I stay home. And the reason we cannot both work full-time is we do have a 5-year-old, almost 6, with Down syndrome. He has special needs. If you watched my last video, I talked about how we are currently waiting on information from immunology. He may be like immunocompromised or something. Like, we don't know at this point. We still haven't heard. We still haven't got that final test result in. So, but he is constantly sick. He's constantly missing school. He has speech therapies and doctor's appointments and all this stuff. So one of us has to be available for that. So I decided it's going to be me now. So all of that to say that I cannot do everything that a normal, average person is able to do. I cannot go in and deep clean my house, in a day or two. I cannot go in and deep clean one room in a day or two. It's going to take multiple days, multiple weeks even, just to do one room, because when I do something as like physically exhausting as this video, it takes me a couple days to recover. So I decided I was going to take advantage of that. I was going to film what I was doing, and I was going to make it like a little mini series. So the first part I'm focusing on over the next couple weeks. So you're going to see videos of me tackling my kitchen little by little. So today's video, I am starting with my upper cabinets. I'm going to clean the tops of the cabinets. I'm going to clean the outsides of the cabinets. And then we're going to go in and we're going to clean the inside and we're going to reorganize. So I am starting with the upper cabinets because I'm basically going to work from the top down. So I'm going to clean the tops of the cabinets, and I will be 100% honest with you. I do not think I have ever gotten up here and like really scrubbed these cabinets since we bought this house a couple years ago. So that is what I am tackling today. So I pulled out my step ladder from the garage, and it still wasn't quite tall enough for me, so I did have to stand on the counters to be able to reach the tops of the cabinets. I tried to vacuum some of the dust off, but then I realized that I'm actually not vacuuming anything. It was such a greasy mess that nothing was vacuuming up. I tried wiping everything down with a wet cloth. Still nothing's coming up. So I finally had to break out the Dawn Power Wash and my little scrubby brush. This is a brush that I don't use this brush for dishes, but I normally use it to clean my sink. I scrub my sink with it. So I pulled that out and I just started scrubbing. And here in a second, you're going to actually see a close-up look of what the tops of the cabinets look like. It just wasn't, it wasn't feasible for me to get that angle for every cabinet because my tripod's not tall enough. So you're going to see how absolutely disgusting it is. By the time I was done cleaning all of the cabinets, the tops of the cabinets, I just threw the brush away. I'm like, there's no redeeming this, there's no cleaning this. This is trash now. So I actually threw the rag that I'm using and the brush. I tossed it, and you're gonna see why here in a second. So here you go. This is a nice close-up, and you're gonna really see it when I start to scrub it. But anyway, we're gonna take this one step at a time. It's gonna be pretty, chilled, relaxed video. I'm not doing a whole lot because I'm not physically capable of it. So if you want to, sit back and relax and just watch, if not, grab some stuff and let's tackle our kitchens together.
But I believe in what we have. Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing how this story ends. Kind and brave, I know you'll find a way. Live your truth and good will come to you.
So when I got to the cabinet over the refrigerator, I actually could not get the entire top of it clean because there's nothing on the other side for me to stand on, and my arms are not long enough. So my husband is going to have to come in probably this weekend and clean the other half of this cabinet for me.
You can borrow calm, piece by piece, thriving in your palm. Home, sweet home, together.
Alright, so now I'm just cleaning up the mess that came from the tops of the cabinets. These two white boxes are full of medical supplies. These were items that we used when Caden had his midline in last year. So it's like a bunch of stuff to flush IVs and stuff like that. So for now, I just moved it to the garage so my husband can figure out what to do with it. But once I got all the trash picked up, now I'm going to go in and I'm going to start. I'm going to take a little bit of like a mild dish soap with some hot water, put it in a bowl, and then I'm just going to use a rag and a little bit of soapy water to scrub the outsides of the cabinets.
believe you and me, we're gonna be fine. You've been saying maybe we should just be friends. All this hope like knots of rope has made a mess in between everything that we had.
So after I kind of scrubbed the outside of the first cabinet, I realized that the up and down was just getting to be too much for me at this time. So I decided to take a break from going up and down and just go through the kitchen, clean the cabinets as high as I could without getting on a ladder. And then I would take a break. And after the break, I'm going to go in and then finally finish cleaning the tops of the cabinets.
Getting over our fears while we're under the gun. There's no making sense of the things that they say. I know we're better than that anyway. I've been thinking maybe you should come back home. We can tell them we're just seeing how this goes. Everyone thinks that they know best. All along we had it all, I guess. It's hard to believe that we're coming undone. Getting over our fears while we're under the gun. There's no making sense of the things that they say. I know we're better than that anyway. I've been thinking maybe you should come back home. In the darkness when I'm stumbling and I don't know what to do, when it all feels overwhelming, I am never over you, and I don't know why I'm like this, why I never get enough. In the depths of all my drowning fears, I am covered in your love. And it's then that I'm reminded just how beautiful you are. Even when my faith is falling, you're still carrying my heart. My heart is covered in your love.
So for most of the cabinets, the soapy water was good enough to wipe down the doors and everything. However, this cabinet above the stove and the stove and the microwave was so greasy. And it wasn't like, we clean the doors frequently. However, you know, grease kind of piles up. It doesn't always come off with soap. So I did use some Dawn Power Wash, let it sit for a second, and then scrub those cabinets and was able to get all of that like gunky, greasy feeling off.
You are. Even when my faith is falling, you're still carrying my heart. My heart is covered in your love. It's covered in your love. And it's then that I'm reminded.
Alright, so once I finished scrubbing all of the upper cabinets on the outside, I'm going to go ahead and clean up the counters because I did have to stand on the counters. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in with some cleaning spray, wipe down all the counters from where I was standing on it, and then for good measure, just because I was standing on it with shoes. Now these are shoes that I only wear in the house. I don't wear these shoes outside. I purposefully like save them just for cleaning. I'm just that person that like I don't feel productive unless I have real clothes and shoes on. I know you probably don't call leggings real clothes, but I have to wear compression for my condition. So when I'm cleaning, you'll typically see me in leggings. But anyway, I did for extra measure. I decided to grab a Lysol wipe and wipe the cabinet or the counters down after I cleaned them, just for a little bit of extra like disinfectant.
괜히 잠을 설치고 괜한 이유로 내게 연락해 매번 같은 실수를 반복해 이런 마음이 익숙지 않아 끝없이 생각에 빠져 허우적거릴 뿐이야 Why don't you make me smile? Why don't you tell me your heart? 이 순간만큼은 내게 말해줘 You're my baby Tell me now 이젠 매일 같은 시간 속에 나 이 자리에서 돌아오지 않는 너의 메아리를 기다려 Let me know if you have the same feeling as I do 자꾸만 마주칠 때 스치는 너의 그 시선이 떨어지는 방법을 모르는 저기의 저 별과 같아 어쩌면 난 먼 길을 바라보려는 건 아닐까 주저한 우린 언젠가 길을 잃을 텐데 Why don't you make me smile? Why don't you tell me your heart? 이 순간만큼은 내게 말해줘 You're my baby Tell me
Alright, so now I'm going to go cabinet by cabinet, take everything down, wipe the counters down, the shelves down, and then I'm going to reorganize everything. The cabinets that I went through on this day, I went through the ones that I knew were going to be the easiest to do. So they're ones that we kind of typically frequently go through and we know we use everything in it, so there wasn't a whole lot to throw away out of these cabinets, and I knew I could get them done pretty quickly. At this point, I was starting to run out of time, and I was also running out of energy, so I was like, let me focus on the easy ones first, let's save the hard ones for last.
어디서부터 담을 수 있을까? 벌어진 틈새를 채울 순 있을까? I don't know what to do. We've already spent too much time. 우린 이미 너무 먼 길을 너에게로부터 가장 먼저 내 마음이 또다시 철없이 널 향하지 않게 Far away Far away 한참을 헤매고 찾아왔던 네가 그렇게 반가울 수 있었을까? I don't know what to do. I can't wait for you anymore. 이제 내게 남은 인사를 건네줄게. 너에게로부터 가장 먼저 내 마음이 또다시 철없이 널 향하지 않게 Far away.
Alright, so now I'm moving into the cabinet above the refrigerator. I decided to go ahead and do this one because I knew a lot of it was actually going to be trash. There's stuff from our old refrigerator, like old shelves and stuff that weren't used, that we just never threw out when we got rid of the old refrigerator. So I decided to finally get rid of those, and almost everything else in here was either trash or it was like shopping bags and stuff like that, like the reusable shopping bags and the insulated shopping bags. And so I just really needed to kind of organize that and throw a bunch of stuff away. So that's kind of what I did. I just took everything and just tossed it on the floor so I could go through it. So here in a second, you're going to see me going through everything on the floor. But this is I think this was the last cabinet. Yeah, this was the last cabinet that I did on this day because first off, I ran out of time. And then I had to go get the kids from school, and I had planned on coming back and finishing the rest of the upper cabinets, but I just didn't have it in me. My energy was gone. I knew that if I tried to do any more on this day, that it was going to be too much, and I was going to pay for it the next day. And I actually did pay for what I did do. I did pay for it the next day. I had no energy. I couldn't really do anything. I just had to kind of take it easy. So I decided that this was just going to be it for this particular deep cleaning session. Even though I didn't finish everything I wanted to, I decided to just put off the other 2-3 cabinets for the next time that I break my camera out to do deep cleaning.
Of a voice that calls us until we're finally found, till we're finally found. Standing in your presence now, torn apart and broken down. Even still we think we got it all figured out. Come and set our hearts on fire. Wake us up with your desire. You're the one we're fighting for. Our only hope. Our only hope.
Alright, so that is it for this video. Like I said, I didn't get everything done that I wanted to on this day, but I did get most of it. So I will tackle those other 3 cabinets the next time that I film my deep cleaning. So make sure you come back next Thursday. My plan is to do the other cabinets, and then I think I'm going to scrub the walls and the blinds and the window when I do that one. So that might be all I do on that particular day. And then after that, we will start tackling the bottom cabinets. They're going to take much longer than the top cabinets did, so that might be a couple videos just for that. But I wanted to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some motivation out of it, and I hope that maybe we can tackle our kitchens together little by little. And I hope that you will subscribe to my channel and maybe give this video a like. Anyway, thanks again, and I hope to see you in my next video. Have a good night. Bye.